Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sathya. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I will be sharing the best blushes for darker skin tone girls. So in my bronzer video, I was worrying because we didn't have so many bronzes, but for the blush it's not like that. I was super impressed because we have so many blushes today to share with you guys. So without talking much, let's get into the video. If you are new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and click the bell icon. Whenever I post a video, you'll be notified. So yeah, that's it, and now let's get started with the video. So the first blush I have with me is Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Mellow Wine. I really like this blush, guys. If you're following me from beginning, you might know how I was using this blush non-stop. Like at one point I stopped because I was using a lot. So I stopped using this and I switched up the things. But this is one of my favorite blush because it's super pigmented for my skin tone girls. This is the one amazing. And if I apply this blush in the morning, like for almost 8 hours, this blush was there on my cheeks. It's super pigmented and blends beautifully into the skin, and it's no muddy, no patchy. It's amazing for Indian skin tone girls. I really recommend this blush for anyone who's above NC40. They are gonna love this blush, guys. I'm gonna want to swatch this here. As you can see, oh my god, as you can see the pigment, it's really super amazing blush. So the next blush I have is from Colorbar. This is called the Cheekillusion blush in the shade Everything Rose. So this is what the shade looks like. Really amazing pigmented shade. Actually I bought one more shade which was broken unfortunately, but I really wanted to buy a new one, so I spent my money to get this one. As you can see, it's super pigmented. I'm gonna swatch a little bit. As you can see, it's a super pinky mauve kind of a shade. It's almost a pinky plum kind of a shade. Really super pigmented blush, guys. It's blend beautifully in the skin, no patchy, no muddy, and it's very smooth. Once applied, it just lasts long, and I really like this blush, guys. It's very affordable. Yeah, this is 675 rupees, and you'll be having so many offers right now, so you can find this at 15% or 20% discount. So this lasts so many days. So as you can see, I have been using this almost for one and a half months till now, and it's not gone. Even the mark is also not gone because I use very tiny amount and gives a super glowy and rosy cheeks. So definitely recommended for above NC40 girls. If you're okay to use a little bit darker blush, if you're lighter than my skin tone, definitely you can try. If you're below NC40 also, you can go ahead and try this blush because super pigmented. I really like this. If you take a very tiny amount also, it goes a long way, and I really like this one, guys. Please go ahead and try this blush. So I'm gonna leave all the names, links, everything in the description box, so please do check that out for your information. And the third one I have is from Nykaa. This is their Nykaa Get Cheeky Blush Duo in the shade Malibu Barbie, and as you can see, even I have been using for so many days, it's not finished at all because it's super pigmented, very pigmented, guys. You don't have to worry about the pigment. As you can see, it matches my skin tone perfectly. I generally mix these two shades to match my skin tone, and if you're above NC40 or below NC40, this would be a nice blush. It's super pigmented, long lasting, no patchy, no muddy, so definitely a recommended blush. So the next blush I have is from Lakme. This is called 9 to 5 Pure Rouge Blusher. This is in the shade Peach Affair. When I bought this shade, I was not that interested. When I applied on my cheeks, really I was super impressed because super pigmented. Let me swatch. As you can see, it's super pigmented. It is like almost like the Wet n Wild shade, which is like same shade, and has a little bit of shininess, as you can see, and blends beautifully into the skin, and it lasts long, and you have to take very tiny amount, and goes a long way and stays up to more than 8 hours. I really like this blush, guys. If you're on my skin tone or below my skin tone or above my skin tone, definitely you have to try this blush. This priced at rupees below 500, I think, and definitely a recommended blush. Please go ahead and try out this one also. So the next blush I have is from Revolution. This is their blusher reloaded in the shade Rose Kiss. So this is what the shade looks like. They have multiple colors, like they have almost 9 shades in this range. I have chosen this Rose Kiss. Really super pigmented blush, guys, and blends beautifully into the skin, lasts long, and it's very smooth in texture, so there is no muddy, no patchy and all. As you can see, the shade is super pretty, matches my skin tone perfectly, and I use very tiny amount, guys, because I'm little bit scared to apply a lot of blush, so I take very tiny amount. That's why you don't see that design is still there. I use very tiny amount, it goes a long way. Must try blushes, and you get a lot of different shades like coral, pink, dark pink, and also you must check that page to get that perfect shade. I really like this shade, guys, must try shade. So the next blush I have is from Pac. This is their Studio Blusher in the shade 002. So this is what it looks like. I really like the pigment formula, everything. The shade is little bit lighter for my skin tone, so whenever I go a glam look, I like to apply this blush. If I am going any traditional looks, I don't go for this blush because it's super pinky kind of a shade. So if you're below NC40, this would be a nice shade because of that rosy cheeks. So definitely a must try blush. And even this even in this range you get multiple shades. You get almost 10 to 12 shades. Please check out their page so you can find a perfect shade for your skin tone. And a must try blush because of the pigment. As you can see, it's also super pigmented. So the next blush I have is from Lottie London. This is the shade called Blush Crush. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it's really a good corally pinky kind of a shade and matches my skin tone perfectly. I take little bit more amount because the shade is little bit lighter. That's why I take little bit more. If you NC42, this will gonna match you perfectly. I really like the formula, pigmentation, everything. Because the shade is little bit lighter, I go little bit overboard to get that maximum intensity. But the formula is really good, guys. Must try shade for below NC43. Till NC43 you can work. If you're above NC43, I think you don't get that pigment. But definitely a dry brush because of the formula and the blendability. It doesn't go patchy or it doesn't go muddy, and it blends beautifully. As you can see, it's still pigment is still there. So that's why I said you can go ahead and try this one also. So the next blush I have is from Faces Canada. This is their Glam On Perfect Blush in the shade Hot Pink. I really like the shade and I really like the pigmentation, and blends beautifully into the skin and gives it super rosy cheeks. The only thing I don't like about this blush is that have a little bit of sheen in it. As you can see, it has a super pigment and has a little bit of sheen. So when I blend also, it has a sheen. I don't like that sheen because I'm oily skin. Already I have a little bit of shiny on my face. I don't want my whole cheeks to look very shiny. That's why I don't use. But if you have a dry skin and you like that shine, then definitely must try blush. So perfectly matches for dry skin people. If you like that shine, definitely go ahead and try because super pigmented, blends beautifully into the skin and gives that super rosy cheeks. I really like that. The only thing, as I said, is a shine, so that you have to keep in your mind while trying this blush. So the next blush I have is from My Glam. This is their k.play Raspberry Blush. So this is what it looks like. As you can see from the pan itself, it's super rosy, pinky kind of shade. It has a little bit of tint of mauve is there, and I really like the pigment. As you can see, super mauve kind of a shade. I really like the pigment, and it lasts up to 4 to 5 hours. After 5 hours, it will start fading. So till 5 hours, I can really assure and tell you it's really nice blush. And super pigmented, blends beautifully into the skin, no muddy, no patchy and all. I really like this blush, guys. Super pigmented blush. As I said, till 5 hours you don't have to worry about the blush. After 5 hours it will start fading. So a must try blush. And for NC40 girls, this would be a nice shade because of the you get the rosy cheeks. Till NC43 you can go ahead and try this one. Our NC43, I would say it might not work for you. So next blush I have is from Sugar. I have 2 shades with me. So because I really like the formula and the pigment, that's why I bought 2 shades. This is the shade called Mauve Marble, and this is the shade called Salmon Superstar. Both the shades are super pigmented. I really like the formula, blendability, and it does super amazing job of giving that super glowy cheeks. I really like both of the shade. Personally, I really like the Mauve Marble because it's a plum kind of a mauve pinkish kind of a shade. So I really like to apply this kind of a shade very well. So when I am going a darker eyes and nude lips, at that time I'll go for this kind of a corally kind of a shade. So at that time you don't the mauve shade won't match for you, so we need a coral shade. So that's why I bought this one. It's also super pigmented blush. As you can see, even this is super pigmented, lasts long and gives a super glowy cheeks. Must try blush, guys. And this is priced out to be 399 or 299 exactly, I don't know the price. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box, so please do check that out. So I'm checking, there is no price in this box. So yeah, there is no price in this box, so please go ahead and check the page. I really like this blush, guys, and super lightweight. You can carry in your purse also. Must try blushes in an affordable range. So as I said, I need that coral kind of a blush when I'm doing that dark eye makeup. So that's why I bought one more shade from this brand. This is the brand called Kiko Milano. This is the shade called Smart, and as you can see, it's a coral kind of a shade. So this one goes very well when you're doing a very dark eye makeup or traditional dark eye makeup. So this gives that super coral kind of a look. So this is also super pigmented, lasts up to more than 5 hours. I really like this. It goes very smooth and blends beautifully into the skin, and super pigmented. A must try blush if you're willing to try a corally shade. A must try blush. So the last two products I really wanted to mention, because in my bronzer video also I mentioned you this palette. So this is the face palettes from Sugar, and this is a palette from Revolution. Both the palettes work really great for darker skin girls. So this is the shade called Vivid Victory, and this one is called You Are Good. Both of them blends beautifully, works great for Indian skin tone. Like if you're above NC42, this both of them works beautifully into the skin. So in my bronzer video also I mentioned, I really wanted to mention in this video also, because both of them you can buy only one palette. You don't have to buy separately, like you don't have to buy bronzer separately, blush separately, or highlighter separately. So all three together you get in a one palette. So these two are a must try palette if you are above NC42. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you like this video. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up and comment below what is your opinion, and do let me know if you are using any of these blushes which I have mentioned in this video, and I really love to know. And if you know any other blushes which I need to try for deeper skin tone girls, please let me know. I really love to try that blush as well. And if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and do follow me on my Instagram as well. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.